Mabel, please, I was wrong. I no longer belong to the past, Jerry. You had your chance and you wasted it. Your chapter in my life is closed. Months later, Jerry found himself scrolling through old messages he had never deleted. Mabel's words stared back at him, kind, patient, full of hope and loyalty. Jane walked in, glanced at his phone, and laughed mockingly. Still thinking about that village girl? You really downgraded emotionally. Jerry said nothing. By then, he was tired of the marriage. Even Jane's beauty and elegance no longer moved him. Everything about her irritated him, and he felt trapped in a mess of his own making. He had foolishly thrown away a priceless treasure, and now he didn't know if it could ever be recovered. He had tried sending messages to Mabel several times. She never replied. He knew he had hurt her deeply. He had offered no explanation, no apology. Back then, he had been blinded by obsession, convinced he had married the woman every man dreamed of. Now, regret tore at him relentlessly. He often wondered where Mabel was, how she was doing, and if she had moved on. He wondered if she was still hurting because of him. Would she ever forgive him, let alone take him back? He wished he could turn back time. A year later, less than 2 years into the marriage, Jerry had stopped arguing with Jane. Her selfishness, pride, and constant absence had worn him down. He no longer expected kindness, apology, or understanding from her. One evening, Jane walked up to him. "I need to travel abroad to buy goods for my business," she said sharply. "I'm short of money. I need 5 million naira for the trip. Transfer it to me before the end of the week." Jerry looked at her calmly. There was no anger in his eyes. He said, "I don't have money to give you." The words shocked her. Jane's eyes narrowed. "If you can't take care of my needs anymore, I'll leave you and marry a real man," she snapped. She expected him to beg, to panic. But Jerry didn't react. He said, "Do what you want. I don't care." Jane turned red with anger. For the first time, she lost control. She stormed out and slammed the door. A few days later, she packed her things, designer bags, expensive shoes, and fine clothes, and announced she was leaving. "I'm done with this marriage. I can't stay with a man who can't provide for me." Jerry nodded. He didn't beg. He didn't argue. She waited for him to stop her, but he only watched as she walked away. A few weeks later, Jane received official divorce papers from Jerry. She was shocked because she had believed that he loved her beyond reason. When she left the house, she had expected him to realize she was serious about her threat and try to beg her to come back. But the reality was harsh. Her threats, her arrogance, her absence, all could not move him. For the first time, she realized she had misjudged the man she married. He had moved on quietly. He had regained control over his own life. Even as Jane left, Jerry felt a strange mixture of relief and guilt. He knew he had lost something important. He had traded patience, loyalty, and respect for arrogance and beauty, and he had no one to blame but himself. Meanwhile, Mabel and Daniel spent more time together. He helped her when the workload was heavy, listened when she shared frustrations about her past struggles, and respected her boundaries. He never judged, never mocked, and never made her feel small. Slowly, Mabel felt herself drawn to him, not because of wealth, status, or charm, but because he made her feel valued, respected, and safe. Months later, Mabel discovered the truth. Daniel had invited her to a casual coffee outside a large plaza, and as they walked past one of the gleaming buildings, he laughed softly. "Funny thing, I actually own this plaza." Mabel froze. Her mind raced back to the humble project coordinator for a construction firm she had met months ago. He seemed modest, never struggling, but never in her wildest dreams had she imagined he was this wealthy. "You own all this?" she asked, astonished. He nodded gently.
I wanted you to know me first, not my money. I wanted to meet you for who you are, not because of what I can give you. Her heart swelled with admiration and warmth. Here was a man who valued her for herself. A few weeks later, Daniel invited her to dinner at a quiet rooftop restaurant. The city lights twinkled below as he spoke softly. Mabel, I've watched you grow into someone incredible, strong, kind, resilient. I can offer you many things, but what I want most is to walk this life beside you, not ahead or behind, but together. Will you marry me? Mabel's eyes filled with tears. For the first time, love didn't hurt. For the first time, hope and happiness felt like a right she had earned. Yes, she whispered, smiling through tears. Yes, I will. Far away, Jerry's pride began to crumble. Regret gnawed at him as he remembered Mabel and how badly he had treated her. When he came back with Jane, he never tried to apologize or explain. He simply disregarded her as if she weren't important. One night, he sent her a message. Mabel, I was wrong. I made the biggest mistake of my life. Please forgive me. I am so sorry. I can't imagine my life without you. Hours passed, then a day, then 2. The message was delivered, but there was no reply. Jerry watched anxiously, remembering the loyalty he had abandoned, the humility he had mocked, and the love he had betrayed. Now it was too late. Mabel was no longer the girl who waited, the girl who longed for him. She had reclaimed her life, and the man she loved respected and cherished her. Jerry could no longer bear the weight of his mistakes. The months after Jane's departure had left him restless and bitter. One morning, he called his parents, informing them he was coming to the village to discuss something important. When he arrived, he revealed his plan: to visit Mabel's parents, inquire about Mabel, and ask for forgiveness. His parents exchanged worried glances. If you are going, his father warned gently, you must be prepared. You cannot force forgiveness. Maybe it is time to accept your mistake quietly. No, Jerry said stubbornly. I will go. I will apologize. I will get her back. His mother hesitated, but eventually nodded, offering to accompany him. They agreed to visit Mabel's parents, beg for information, and apologize for everything. Jerry and his parents arrived at the familiar compound, the midday sun baking the clay walls. Regret was etched on their faces as they approached Mabel's parents. Sir, Ma, Jerry began, bowing slightly. We have come to apologize. I was wrong. Please tell us where Mabel is. Please allow me to make amends. Mabel's parents exchanged a glance, a mixture of anger, disbelief, and resolve. Get out, her father said firmly. You and your family have no right here. You hurt and humiliated my daughter in the cruelest way possible. Leave before I call the neighbors. We only want to apologize, Jerry stammered. Apologize? Mabel's mother shot back, eyes flashing. You think words can erase 4 years of pain? You abandoned her, showed her she meant nothing to you, and mocked her loyalty. You weren't even human enough to apologize, explain, or consider her feelings. Words cannot fix this. Leave now. Jerry's parents tried to interject, but Mabel's father was unyielding. The family watched as the once proud Jerry was silenced and sent away, heavy-hearted, with his parents trailing behind, pale and silent, realizing the full weight of their past choices. Weeks passed. Mabel had been quietly building her life, unaware of the desperate attempt Jerry had made. One evening, she called her parents. Mom, Dad, she said, voice bright and calm. I'll be coming home soon. A man who wants to marry me is coming to ask for my hand officially. Her parents' joy was immediate. Our daughter, her mother whispered, tears in her eyes. We have prayed for this moment for years. You have grown into the woman we always knew you could be. And now, the man who values you as you deserve is coming. For the first time in years, Mabel's family felt complete happiness, not for what had been lost, but for what had been gained. A week later, Mabel returned to the village. She stepped off the vehicle alone, and every eye noticed the difference. She moved with confidence, her posture regal. 2 years away from the village, years of experience, self-care, and self-appreciation had refined her natural beauty. She wore a simple, fitted brown dress, her hair styled gracefully, and her smile radiated poise. Gone was the timid, heartbroken girl. In her place stood a sophisticated, self-assured woman, commanding respect and admiration. The day after her arrival, workers began renovating the old family house, much to her parents' surprise.
News of Mabel's return spread quickly. Jerry's heart raced. For the first time, fear gripped him. He rushed to the village with a single desperate thought: to beg her to forgive him. At her parents' compound, he froze. There she was, standing tall and composed, the girl he had abandoned and humiliated, now a woman who did not need him. "Mabel, please, I was wrong. She looked at him steadily, eyes calm but piercing. "I no longer belong to the past, Jerry. You had your chance and you wasted it. Your chapter in my life is closed." She turned gracefully away. Every word sank in like a cold dagger. No pleading, excuses, or charm could reach her now. Weeks later, the day of her traditional marriage arrived. The village had transformed. Sophisticated cars and convoys lined the roads to her parents' house, announcing the arrival of guests. The home itself was elegantly renovated, decorated with colorful fabrics, flowers, and intricate designs. Daniel, her fiancé, and his group arrived first, exuding charm and humility. He was a perfect balance of sophistication and humility, treating Mabel as an equal and valuing her completely. Mabel emerged from the house in her lace-beaded attire, shimmering under the sun. The villagers' whispers turned to awe. No one had ever seen a bride like her, regal, radiant, and unapologetically confident. Music, laughter, and dancing transformed the event into a carnival of celebration, triumph, and new beginnings. Hidden at the edge of the crowd, Jerry and his parents watched in silence. They saw Mabel laugh freely, her eyes shining with happiness. They saw Daniel hold her hand with tenderness and pride. Every gesture reminded them of the love they had squandered. Jerry himself felt a deep ache, a mixture of longing, shame, and helplessness. He realized finally that some mistakes cannot be undone. Mabel did not notice the watching eyes of her past. She did not turn back nor falter. Her heart was full, not of bitterness, but of peace, accomplishment, and love. For the girl once mocked and abandoned, this day was the ultimate triumph. She had reclaimed her life, found love and respect, and silenced the ghosts of her past with elegance and dignity. The villagers whispered among themselves, "She has turned all the pain and shame into strength." Far away, Jerry and his family were left with nothing but the echoes of their mistakes, a regret that would linger for the rest of their lives. Follow and subscribe for more betrayal stories, hot African tales, African tales, and African folk tales with moral lessons.